Do you have any ideas for musicals after Epic? Yes. The one that I get asked about the most is whether I plan to write a musical about the Iliad. And the answer is I might, but not just yet. You see, Epic is something that I have been dedicating my life to since I was 21, and I'm 26 now. And you see, in those years, everything in my life revolved around Epic. Every single day, all the time, and I loved it, but I think I would want to dive into some other projects before I go into full hermit mode and make another musical like that. I have a bunch of ideas for shorter musical projects with smaller time commitments, but yeah, I would love to just take part in a wide variety of different projects, both my own and outside of the scope of my own creations. But some of these ideas that I have, I think are really cool. Some of them are centered around Greek mythology. One of the ideas I have is like a murder mystery, where there, characters are dying and the goal is to figure out who is behind it all. Which, by the way, that would be like a non-canon story, meaning if a character dies in that story, it doesn't mean that they actually died in the universe of Epic or something like that. Just stories that I think could be fun. Another one that I have, and again, I need to re-emphasize that it's not fully fleshed out, these ideas, but another idea that I have is like a sort of doubles tournament within the world of Greek mythology where characters from Epic or even other parts of Greek mythology, think of like the Tournament of Power from Dragon Ball Super, right? But we can see really cool duos like, I don't know, we can bring back characters who have died, have really cool combinations of characters and put them in a tournament. Why are they in a tournament? I still got to figure stuff out. But it's something that I think could be really cool. I want to reemphasize that none of these are confirmed. They're just ideas that I have that I might one day pursue. But another idea that I have could be a Eurylochus origin story. I have some really cool ideas for that. Another one could be a Circe and Scylla origin story. I have an idea. Maybe. I don't know. I might want to write like if I did write it, it would be a story about Odysseus and Calypso, and it would take place during the 7 years that he was on her island. Maybe, I'm not sure really. Oh, and then I have one more idea for a short story, but I can't tell you about it until after the Vengeance Saga comes out. So come back to me after that. Okay, now that the Vengeance Saga is out, I can confirm that that story would be about how Hermes and the Winions retrieved the windbag that was lost in the End of Ruthlessness. But yeah, I'm not sure what my life will look like in the next few years because, I might be juggling writing songs for other projects or, who knows, really. But I think I only have one more mega musical in me. And by mega musical, I mean like a full-length, fully sung through musical that takes years of my life, just me solely focusing, solely dedicated to that sole project. I think I only have one more of those in me, and at the moment, if I were to do that, it would be of the Iliad. But I do want to wait a little bit more before I tackle something like that again. I also really want to be sure of what the main theme I would focus on in that story is. So, in Epic, the major theme is ruthlessness, right? And so what would that theme be for a story of the Iliad is something that, I would want to really think about and plan a bit more instead of just diving in and being like, oh yeah, Iliad musical, let's go, Because you guys have seen me. When I will go full hermit mode for years. But yeah, I think I only have one more of those in me. But yeah, long story short, I do have ideas for other musicals, including maybe the Iliad. But I would want to expand my portfolio a bit and work on a wide variety of smaller projects first. And yeah, maybe get into some more acting gigs or voice acting gigs, and really explore the arts more because I do enjoy it, I was going to end the video there, but then you guys got me all excited about talking about a potential Iliad musical. Okay, so I want to give you guys some like epic lore. No, it's not really epic lore, but anyways, way early in the early days of writing Epic, my intention was for Epic to be a 2-act musical where Act 1 covers the Iliad and Act 2 covers the Odyssey. And that was a huge undertaking that did not, of course, work out. I decided that I needed to focus on one story, and I chose the Odyssey because it has a wide variety of different locations. I liked the wide variety of characters. I liked that it had a singular main character. I liked that it had more monsters, and it really felt like this sort of video game-esque story, right? And so I ultimately chose that one for Epic. The Iliad is very different from that, or at least the way that I see it is very different, right?
It doesn't have as wide of a variety of locations as Epic does, so that was something that pushed me more towards Epic. There are a lot of characters, but also not just the Iliad, but like the Trojan War in general, right? You can make a case that the gods are much more present, even like on the battlefield fighting, and I think that's cool, right? So if I were to take on the Iliad, I think while it takes place before the Odyssey, in the Odyssey, what I tried to do was that I tried to make the god appearances very scarce, so that when they showed up, their presence was super important. It was very significant, right? But in a story about the Trojan War, oh man, we're going like God games full on. You know what I'm saying? And I think that could be super, super cool. Figuring out how to make it feel like a video game, but like all these powers and all these combinations and stuff. And I think that could be super, super cool. Like, while story-wise, it takes place before the Odyssey, the Iliad takes before the Odyssey. I think mechanics-wise, system-wise, right? It could be like an evolution of everything that has been built upon in Epic, right? Having more gods, more going crazy with the musical motifs and stuff. And that stuff gets me really excited.